and serve my second weekend at a 15. Last time I was in there, I got an opportunity to speak to some of the inmates and kind of see what was going on inside over there, and you know what issues are happening. The consensus to the inmates, which is known by many people, is that the judicial system is broken. I've heard it from a couple of them that basically, they're in there, they do their time for whatever minimal crime that it is, but by the time they get out of jail, if it was a drug offense, they have to go to a drug program. But there's no rehabilitation. That's what all of them have said. There's absolutely no rehabilitation in Hamlin County. There's nothing offered. There's nothing available. Once you're in this system, you're in this system. If you look at the records, there is a warrant after warrant put out for failure to appear, for probation violations, and they're like all drug charges. We need to come up with a way of helping these people out, because once they get released, they've got a criminal record. It's even harder for them to get a job. And if we're not providing them these opportunities, then they have no chance of ever becoming a valuable citizen to the community. And now they're building a jail for 600 inmates in Hamlin County. That's over 1% of the population. When those people are getting out, whether or not they lived here locally before or not, once they're on the street, they're here to basically stay. And they're in survival mode because they have no other options out there. They don't get food stamps. They don't get any kind of housing or anywhere to sleep. It's a shame, and we need to figure out a better way, because the current way that it's going is definitely not working. The drug trade continues to get worse. You make one arrest, there's always 2 or 3 other people that are just waiting to take over that spot and become the top dealer over there. The petty crimes are just all over the place because people can't afford to live. They don't have access to the drugs, so they rob and break into places, no matter how minor that it is. Now, the Tennessee is the first state to make it illegal for a homeless person to sleep on any public property. And when you get out of jail and you have nowhere to go, you're not going to go to private property to sleep, so you find just somewhere to rest your head, maybe for that night until you can get back on the feet. All it takes is that one officer to run by there and to charge that person again. It's a cycle. All of the law enforcement here, all of the government officials, they consider our jail a non-ending circle, a door that continues to revolve, because the same people continue to get put into the jail for petty crimes. If we want change in America, we have to come up with better solutions. Another thing is, not all the inmates in the Hamlin County Jail are treated equally. Some get more privilege than others. Some are getting out before. Like when I went, I was the first one booked out of another 2 people that were in the same booking area when I walked in. I got booked first. We were both put, all 3 of us. I went in myself first, or the dorm first, and sometime that evening, hours later, after I came in there, they were finally booked and they were brought in. One was let out Sunday late afternoon. Another one was let out about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was held there until 7 o'clock. I had to ask whether or not the deputy had received discharge papers, and he hadn't till I asked. So if we're all there to serve 48 hours, and we're supposed to be there at 7 o'clock p.m. and be released Sunday at 7 o'clock p.m. Why are we all not being released at the same time? I know why. Because they want to hold me as accountable as they possibly can, keep me in there for the things that I post, what I expose to them. These other people aren't being treated this way because the government doesn't fear them. All they want is that money. That's all they want. I'm doing 15 weekends, and I've got to pay that fine. I've got to pay for my probation, that's a year, and for something that I shouldn't have even been found guilty for. But that'll get overturned in the next whatever amount of time it takes. I'll probably serve my 15 weekends, but the final outcome, I will win. Thanks again for watching another Morristown Matters Lakeway Audits video. I will bring you more information. I pulled, on Monday when I got out, I requested tons of public records that have to do with the jail. And you're going to be surprised just exactly what's been happening in there under the shade of darkness and the cloud of smoke that they're just puffing into everybody's face in this community to make them think that what they have going on is successful. Once again, please hit the button, subscribe if you're not. I've got a lot of stuff going on. They're going to be updating as much as I can, and I've got 14 more weeks, including this weekend. Thank you.